Okay, we're going to make sausage gravy. There's a little piece of the covering on that piece. And just pretend this is a whole tube of sausage, and you put it in the pan, and you're chopping it up because you want it in all little teeny pieces. You don't want it to cook and brown like patties because you're going to make sausage gravy. Now, I just did some of them the other way because we did a little video on how to make the perfect sausage patty. And you just have to keep moving it and keep chopping it, because you want this to end up like hamburger. And I'll be back in a second. As you break this up and each piece gets cooked a little bit by this pan, it won't stick back to the other pieces. So we are not quite there yet because we still have some big hunks of sausage. But I just want to show you what it looks like as you work it. And see, after a while you can just see the large lumps and you cut through them. And I've been doing this on about 7, at times 8 on this electric range. And you don't want it to get so hot that it gets away from you. The problem with high quality sausage today is there's not a lot of grease in this. The cheaper sausage, you can see, you would see it grease in the edge. And that's, the grease is what you make the roux out of. But this is healthier for you. But that's your main ingredient. And that took about 2 minutes. It was about as much time as it took to film it. Then you have to take it off the pan so it'll quit cooking, off the ice so it'll quit cooking. Because you don't want to cook this to death. And you put all your sausage in one of these strainers. And the quality sausage doesn't have as much grease as maybe homemade or the cheaper brands, to be honest with you. And you sort of press it with a spoon to get as much of it as you can out. And that goes into your frying pan to make a roux. And you got the grease going. We're going to put a little bit of pepper in the grease. You can really put it in anytime you want. The sausage already has enough salt in it. I'll add a little bit. It's on the eye. And most of the time this is done in tablespoons. You know, we have a problem measuring stuff. That's probably not quite a tablespoon. That might be a tablespoon. And we don't have a lot of grease here, but we're not making a big meal. You can add butter to it. I think it's better if you just use sausage gravy. But that's not quite enough roux, so we're going to have to do a little butter trick. Don't use cooking oil. And that's 2 tablespoons of butter. Pop this up on about 7. I cut it into a lot of little pieces because it'll melt quicker. Temperature will come up. We put another tablespoon in it, so I would say we're probably at about 2. We're going to incorporate this with the other that's in the pan. And you want to cook this all up good and it's almost brown, but you don't want to burn it. And the magic when it gets the way you want it to be and you want to stop it is do not put milk on it. Put water in it. See, that has still got a little lightness to it, but it's all cooked. It's sort of a feel for it. But now you don't want it to get too brown. To stop it, you just put water in it. And you stir it up. Just a little water to stop it. And now you've made sort of a real thick gravy. And you mix it really good. It absorbs the flour. And see, it gets a little thicker. You can put just a little more water in it. You want like a liquid gravy. You put this on high because the water's cold. And your next ingredient is milk. And it's best if it's half and half. So right now it's on high. Well, it's on 8. And all this is mixed up, and now you start introducing the milk. And you'll get into a lot of stirring. I'm doing this with a fork, but you could very easily do it with a stiff whisk. And the reason I'm putting a little in at a time, if you get it too thin, you can leave it on there a long time and let it cook down, but it would be best to just not get it too thin, and you don't want it too thick. And that's almost where you want to be. I would say with a couple tablespoons of flour, a little bit of grease, some salt and pepper, and a little bit of water, maybe third of a cup. And this has probably been at least a half a cup of half and half. And that's about where you want it. And you can salt and pepper to taste. The old back of the fork test is what I was going for. See, it lays on the back of the fork. That's done. If it was too thin, it would run off the fork. As long as this cooks, it will stick on the back of your fork even more. See, it's sticking on the fork. That's done, folks. Now, if you had some hot biscuits, and we've got 4 sitting right there to go in the oven, and if you have to reheat it, just add a little liquid. I cut back the flame. Take my strainer. Now if you find some grease in the bottom of your bowl or anything and you want to put that in the gravy, don't do it at this point. You need to put that in at the beginning. Fire's off. The colder sausage that's been sitting on the counter for about 10 minutes. We'll take a temperature down. No chance of it burning. If it's too thick, add a little milk. If it's too thin, cook it down. Bon appetit! One of the last little thing. See that dish that the sausage was sitting in the strainer? If you pour this like that right in there, that grease will stay separated from this stuff. And it'll float around on top of it. You don't want to do that. You have to put it all in at the beginning. Anyway, it's almost time for us to eat. Some people just split the biscuits in half and turn them upside down with the soft side out and put gravy on it. And some people break them up. We're both some peoples. And the neat thing is the biscuits absorb the liquid of the gravy. And it tastes good, but I don't know that you can eat this every day unless you're out working manual labor, burning up a lot of calories. This will choke your heart off, folks. Take care.